Hello viewers, this is OBN Horn of Africa, our special edition. Today I am joined by His Excellency Dr. Barkat Mohammed Kariye, Charge d'Affaires of Somaliland, Embassy to Ethiopia. We will discuss on the current situation between the two countries. Till the end of our edition, stay with us. Doctor, very well welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. And I really appreciate your time and the energy to come to here and also understand and tell the world what Somaliland reality on the ground is.
Please, would you tell us a little bit the historical background of Somaliland, please?
The Republic of Somaliland is the oldest republic and nation in East Africa, except Ethiopia. Because we gained independence from British government 26 June 1960. Before any other country in the region, obtained their independence, including Somali-inhabited countries, including Somalia, Djibouti, Kenya, and even Somalis at that time in Kenya. So Somaliland is that country, and also Somaliland is the parent country of all Somali-speaking countries in the region, which means that the firstborn country in the region, which is sometimes you might have some confusions and historical, misinformation about Somalia is the parent country or mother country or the bigger Somali. No, that's not correct. To give this clarification, Somaliland is the parent country of all Somali-speaking countries in the region, because the firstborn country or the first, recognized and got independence from the British government. The other differences I want to underline is that Somaliland was British protectorate. It was not colony, while the other countries in the region except Ethiopia is, exceptional and colonized. But comparing to the rest of the region, they were under colonies. But Somalia was British protectorate, which means that they have arranged agreements with the British government, in the time 1884 up to 1897. And then they have had some deal that Somaliland should be protectorate, not colony. The other thing I want also to tell the people, the viewers, listeners, is that, and everyone who's not familiar with Somaliland issue, is that Somaliland lost its sovereignty after after formed unratified illegal unification with Somalia to form the Somali Republic. But we never lost our independence. In legal terms, independence is different from sovereignty. So what we have lost 60 years plus ago is our sovereignty, not independence. That means the current and incumbent, Somaliland, that you heard a lot, is the continuation of our, previous Somaliland, which gained independence in 1960, which means that we are not de facto state, we are de jure state. You know that. So to also give this information to you, is in 1960 when we formed the failed Somali Republic with Somalia Italiano, the Somalia Italian colony. 1 year later, Somalilanders realized their mistake, and then they wanted to withdraw from that illegal unification and union, and then that's where they exposed and subjected to extrajudicial killings, genocide, and bombardment by the Somalia government. In that case, Somaliland struggled a lot with, by the scholars, by everyone, by the people, and formed SNM, Somali National Movement, in 1982 in London, and also the armed wing of SNM, waged the war against the tyrant and dictatorship of Mohammed Siad Barre in Mogadishu, and then they overthrown. And 1991, the restoration of Somaliland sovereignty happened 18 May in Bur'o. That's the continuation of our independence, of our sovereignty, and that's why we are the jure state, not de facto state. That's the brief background of Somaliland country.
I've heard about your personal experience that forced you to flee to Hargeisa and seek refuge in Ethiopia 36 years ago. What was your experience? Would you share us, please?
That piece of article is my personal journey, which reflects the lives and the struggle and the heavy and huge price that my people paid to continue their statehood and nationhood as a Somaliland, Republic of Somaliland. It's a very tiny portion of what happened back 1980s to 90s, which means that Somalilanders were under repression and, up to genocide, for almost 30 years. So to reflect what I have gone through was, to show the people that my people suffered and struggled a lot, including myself and my family. That article, I was trying to shed the light on what every Somaliland, paid to be a Somalilander. They were killed because of being a Somalilander. They were subjected and exposed to, rape, bombardment, and all that problems by the Somali government is just because being a Somalilander. So being a Somalilander cost us a lot. I fled my family, with my family when I was 3 years old. The Ethiopian government at that time and our people in, Somali region of Ethiopia warmly welcomed us. You understand, being a refugee is not easy. And also to look for survival destination is not also easy. But luckily we are proud that we survived, unlike the other Somalilanders who had been killed by that bombardment and tyrant government. And almost 260,000 Somalilanders were killed and lost their lives. So that's how it cost to be Somaliland, how it cost us to be the Republic of Somaliland of today, yesterday, and 1960. I'm so happy to say that at a young age of 3 years old, as a refugee kid in refugee camp in Ethiopia, and now serving as Somaliland Church Affairs, acting ambassador to Ethiopia, is really something that tells you where we're from and now where we are heading to. So that's our stats, and that's what Somalilanders asked us, to tell the world that we are assigned as government of Somaliland, leading by my president, His Excellency Musa Bihi Abdi, to tell the reality on the ground to the world. And so part of that.
East Africa is the most volatile region, but Somaliland is peaceful. What's the reason behind?
The reason is because of the people. My people are enough mature to, keep the nation safe. Not only that, they contribute to the regional stability and peace by, preventing any terrorism attacks and infiltration and whatever is going on in neighboring Somalia to go beyond our, borders and come to Ethiopia or Djibouti or the other regional, countries. So because of the willingness of my people, and not only that, my people said no to any imposed governance structure, peace-building mechanisms, and all that approach. They adopted their own indigenous, approach of peace-building and nationhood, building. When they restored their, lost sovereignty in 1991, they, started to adopt their own way of life, political structure, and all that. So Somaliland is peaceful because of their people, because of their leaders, because of their, politicians, and because of our, leaders in the government. And also, I have to mention the, the role of traditional leaders in our system. They are the ones who contributed a lot to our, statehood. Because of Somaliland have had enough problems and experienced enough, challenges, back 30 years. So now they said no. And for the past 30 years, from 1991 till now, they were democratic, have, what we call it, exactly, almost 8 elections and free and fair elections. So Somaliland is stable, not only stable, but also contributing to the stability